Guys, meet Calvin. He's a 59-year-old African-American man living in the Philippines. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, and he runs a channel called Sunshine Shoulders. Now, this channel is pretty particular in the Passport Bro community because he focuses on his life and his transition into living as an expat in the Philippines. But why did he leave the United States to go to the Philippines in the first place? Well, that's what I was looking for. I looked for videos after video after video. Then I clicked on this video, which was about a month ago, on January 11th, 2023. And the name of this video was called "America is So Toxic That I'm Afraid to Go Home. I May Never Return." So of course, knowing me, I pressed play.
You know, over the last week, I've been asked over and over, "Calvin, when are you going back home? When are you going back home to America?" And I just don't have the answer for it. America's become so toxic that I'm afraid to go back home. I'm afraid that if I go home, I'm not going to make it back. You know, I'm from a little sleepy town, really. It used to be called the Derby town, Derby City. Last year alone, 160 murders. Now it's called Murder Town. Carjackings are up 300%. It's ridiculous, man. America's on fire. I've escaped a burning house, and to turn around and go back into that house would be insanity. I'm running from racism, cynicism, niggerism, discrimination, hate, health problems, death problems. Man, I was a mental wreck when I came over here. So I don't know, guys, when I'm going to come back. And you say, "Calvin, oh, you're exaggerating." That's because you're over there marinating in that garbage. You're stewing in it. You're distracted. I don't follow Dak Prescott and LeBron James and Lil Baby and all them, man. I'm not putting them down. I'm just telling you, man, that from where I'm sitting, America, man, is just in bad shape. And yeah, I got children there, but what good am I going to do them or my grandchildren if I'm dead? Because that's what would happen to me. I had my son-in-law killed. He wasn't my real son-in-law. They wasn't married, but he was the father of my daughter's children, shot down. He wasn't some gangster, no matter what the news said. He had no money. He had nothing, but he's dead, just like the other 160. That's in 2022. And it's already started again in 2023. There's more deaths than days of the year. So no, I may never come back. America's so toxic that I may never go back home. My life is here now. I've got a great life here. Why would I step out of this dream and go back into that nightmare?
So I'm going to deal with what he said there in the video. And for some people, you may think that he's over exaggerating, but I want to talk about this other video that he made called "This: The Philippines has one of the highest kidnapping rates in the world, and what this means for your trip." So stop the show. I found it interesting for a brother to move from the States to the Philippines, which has one of the highest kidnapping rates in the world. How could he then feel safe in such a place like this?
The Philippines has the highest rate of kidnapping in the world. And what does this mean for your trip here? Probably nothing. But I do want to make you aware of it, because my content is to make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. A lot of you know that I've gotten away from the content centered around women and dating. If you don't know by now where to find a woman, how to find a woman, what Filipinos like, what they don't like, why they with foreigners, etc., then I can't help you anyway. There's nothing wrong with looking at beautiful young women, but I just think there's more important aspects to consider when you're thinking about coming over here. Kidnapping being one. With a kidnapping rate of 4.8 per 100,000, it ranks #1 in the world. It's something that you need to be aware of. I'm not trying to scare anybody. Y'all know that's not my goal on my channel. I'm trying to help you. But we're always busy talking about the good times. Now, according to the Movement for the Restoration of Peace and Order, this is an organization that was started in 1993 to combat kidnapping over here. There's been an alarming rise of kidnappings in 2022. especially around the Metro Manila area, it was shocking to me when I read it. And then it all depends on who you talk to. I looked at articles from the Philippine National Police, the Philippine Statistics Authority, and this particular movement. And the numbers are going to vary because a lot of times the victims, they don't want to come forward. They won't report the kidnap. But why this may mean nothing for your trip, number one is you're not going to go into those high risk areas. None of my viewers or subscribers have made plans to vacation in Marawi or the Sulu Archipelago or Tawi-Tawi or Basilan or the Jolo province. But I will say this, Lanao del Sur, which is somewhere near Iligan City, Cagayan de Oro, and those places like that, has the highest kidnapping rate in the country, 9.6, double the national rate, which would make that the highest kidnapping rate on the planet by far. I know some of you are going toward there. I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to make you aware of it. Guys, we're too busy talking about the good times.
So there I was, scratching my bald head into confusion until I came across BMT Travel's video, which he had a collaboration with Black Ram. Now, they are Black Ram 313 rather. They are in Thailand. But I want to play an excerpt from this video with Mr. Black Ram, and it's going to sum up everything.
But we're going to continue to talk about it. We're going to continue to discuss it because the goal is this. It's not about the creature. The goal is to show you and to motivate you that there literally is a better place and that you don't have to always deal with the lows and woes that is the United States of America. So it's a very, very important movement, very, very important philosophy because if anybody in the world needs this type of therapy, it's us brothers. What we've gone through and what we continue to go through, to be able to come somewhere and relax outside of Babylon, man, come on. That's reason enough right there, man. Come on, that's reason enough right there. But let me tell you, the sweetest thing to life, it is equivalent. Now listen to what I'm saying. It's almost equivalent to being rich. When you can go where you please, when you please. That's absolute freedom. So as a young man, your everyday life, work on that end goal of having that freedom in mind. And I'm telling you, you'll be a better person for it.
So see, there you have it. Now what Mr. Shoulders, he's not saying that the Philippines is perfect. He's not saying that any country is perfect. But the anxiety, the stress, being a black man in America, just being scared for his life, all of the traumatic experiences of being a black man in America, he's willing to risk it all or roll the dice of possibly being kidnapped in the Philippines versus going to Louisville, Kentucky, where he feels that there is absolutely no hope. And Black Ram has the same sort of situation. He has the same mindset that I want to live my life where I can relax. I want to have this anxiety off of me so I can relax. And that is exactly why so many black men are leaving America. See, so many people think that it is just about the women. And while the women is one part of it, a lot of black men, when you talk to them, it's the lifestyle. I mean, it's the fellowship that you have. It's getting away from your family. It's getting away from your broke ass friends. It's getting away from a system in which you feel like, you know, every time you turn your back, the police is there. And I know even when I'm here in Africa, I'm not fearful of the police. In America, even though I didn't do anything wrong, I'm still fearful of the police, just a little bit, because I don't know what might happen. But here, I know that, you know, the police are not gonna try to arrest you or try to shoot you or anything like that. I know that my guard can be down. I feel at home. I feel stress-free. I'm happy. And a lot of black men are looking to be in a place where they can also be happy, where they're enjoying a higher quality of life. And let's face it, the United States is toxic. I mean, when you look at walking down the street and you see like 4 black men coming your way in Africa, you're not afraid. But if I'm in St. Louis or in Sacramento and I see 4 black men walking down the street, I might be afraid. I would at least think about it, because you don't know what somebody may or may not do there. And then with the murders, people are crazy. Everybody has a gun. Everybody has access. Hey, a lot of brothers are afraid. and people don't want to be around some of the agendas that is going on in the States. I mean, I'll let you figure out some of them. And brothers want to be in a place where they can live their life and have peace. And women are always trying to make it out to be about the women. And the women are a part of the equation, no doubt. But life is more than women, because, you know, to be honest, brothers had women in America. It's not like getting a woman in America was not too difficult. I mean, it's not hard to do. But one thing you can never replace, that is peace of mind. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode here of The Celebrity John. I appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.